And it's going to continue. Here we go.
I'll begin with something fairly cheerless. I spent 30 years in Ireland, north of Ireland, and my previous book about 10 years ago, it was 10 years to the day almost, was falling into Monaghan, which is a county on the border. So I was there through the Troubles. Although I'm a Londoner, my wife is Irish, she's an O'Malley. And I left Ireland only 2 years ago now, through living on the border. And around about that time, perhaps a year or so before then, stories were coming back, literally out of the ground, of the disappeared, the dispossessed, those who in the periods of the Troubles have been just taken out and done away with for various reasons. These bodies were coming through sand, through loam, through the bog. They were being discovered, rediscovered, and this is called geology on the border. Lying almost dismembered in some souterrain or rough tilth, some fellow in his filth took a run back the right road at the wrong time. Never too rare here, not common, not a crime. That married woman, the one with the kids, not right in the head what she did. Said he'd speak out if it happened again. He's not wise. He's in some drain. I cut across the park. You run into something, sunshine. Then it went dark. In elder ash, on unadopted roads, men bundled the disappeared off the maps. The warning stood, don't be there, see nothing. You heard it as a joke. This crowd would talk to you before the hood. A fool thinking. Each month, slow shuffles with water, mud. You wait ages, then it's on you. Gravel, clay, snow, geology. A few years on, the coach's car, or some forester in khaki, green. Thank you. That closing image really is because places like Crossmaglen, they're now being advertised by the Irish Tourist Board as bed and breakfast, you know. It's a different kind of world, even though now and again you get these revivals of attitudes, so relativistic behaviour patterns. We heard some of that today. This is about atavistic behaviour patterns in Penzance. I'm very struck, living near Penzance, how everybody smokes and rolls their own cigarettes, you know, and this poem is called Golden Virginia. Hat bands, bandanas, cock-feathered, ruddy, ringed, straggle-haired, they walk with staves, mongrels as scouts. They'll lope through alleys full of favours, promises, for see you later, or rolling out tours of their past. At last, each man mans his corner, eyes watchful, hands ready or busy with Golden Virginia. These lads in their 50s will never run rocking chairs. Friends of the wink and the joke. Their raw women roar shrill, dog nursing too, or at home. Or they range through parks, building cigarettes. Noisy, blousy, these hard girls, laughing at children, cuffing for fun, queens of the kitchen, taking the sun. Their offspring skidding everywhere, soon clasped to the spider masts of each other's arms, shoulders, pirates unemployed with the devils who care. Bob, this one here, this is an attempt to get into the mind of a 14-year-old girl around about the year 1316. It's called Child Ballad. 14-year-old girl in that she's just married, and then the events of history sort of jump on her shoulders, you know, the way they do. They were idle hours spent by the sundial, or mixing colours for a sketch I'd made. Then an evening of mead and chamomile, attempting chess, his sense some message was delayed. Before a fire he kissed my cheek, bright as camellia, began to whisper all he had to say of issues with our stallion, the gardens he had laid. And then my lord was called to the Crusades. I wore a cross with silver rose to show I was above the girls on lanes in brown and grey. I had pearl, terracotta figurines in jade from friends my parents knew. Coral, amber, sat on my bureau. Silk in the casements, an embroidery of words. On the terrace my love held 2 swords, 5 feet long with bevelled blades, too heavy to use in truth on the Crusades. His childhood had been my country's mystery. The heat was such I wore no hat that day. The lawns half crazed by peacocks out of Spain. His talk, hallucination of scimitars, Saladin, through dams and dark plums, rows of pear. I too drowsy listening to run flowers through our hair, wanting then to last for all of all ways. But my love was called at last to the Crusades.